What's going on, guys? Well, anyway, got a new blade, which is rare because I make knives and I don't have to usually buy them. But if I get a new knife, you're always the first to know. So, anyway, I've been going quite a bit over to San Francisco, a lot. I go with my mom. We go to the museums. Sometimes we'll have a bite of lunch, you know. But maybe spend about 2 to 4 hours, head home, you know, just a way to kind of get into the city and get out of the country for a while. You know, a lot of the museums I find are very inspiring. You know, it's very enriching, and there's a lot of good venues over there to check out. Well, I met this gentleman on Instagram. Through him, I met another gentleman who owns a store called Weeby Knives, and I was just telling these guys, man, you know, they were located on Pier 39 in San Francisco, and I said, hey, I just had lunch at Pier 39 a month ago. Next time I head over, I'm gonna go check you guys out. And they said, cool, yeah, swing by. So this time around, I got to go check their shop out. It's a small little nook shop. It's I remember right, it was like 3 or 4 glass counters. But the selection they got is amazing. It's literally a selection all the way from, we're talking, he has one knife there. It's like a fire blue Damascus with some type of exotic material for the handle. It's a folder. It's an art knife. I don't know how much it costs. You can go that level all the way down to your basic mass-produced liner lock folder. All kinds of brands. He had Benchmades and Zero Tolerance and, you know, all kinds of stuff, guys. Well, so I went over there, showed him, pulled my stuff out that I make, showed him a little bit about what I do, talked it up quite a bit. And I'm not really much of a souvenir person, but I wanted a souvenir from our occasion, you know, kind of support these guys, and so I went ahead and I said, well, I guess I'll get a knife, you know. So he got me a deal on this Bad Blood. So I bought this knife just to kind of remember the day, and it's a really cool knife, actually. It's called Bad Blood. It's made in China, and let me open it up here. And here it is right here. I took out the plastic already. And it's a chisel grind, and it's kind of neat. It has a G10 scales. It's like a texturized pattern ground G10. I'm trying to get in the frame here, a little awkward. And it's a red and black combination. It's a chisel grind Wharncliffe style blade. I'll open it up here, and the mark is over on the traditional side that a regular maker's mark would go to, which personally I think for a chisel grind, if the chisel grind's going to be on the other side, I kind of think that the mark should be on the side that the grind's on, but just my own opinion. But anyway, aside from the mark, it's really a great knife. It's a liner lock, as I mentioned, and over here's the grind half. It's a Wharncliffe style blade. And it has like a flat edge here with some serrations on it. I'm gonna wipe that oil off. They put a little bit of oil on there before I headed out. some kind of blue oil. I don't know what it was. Should have asked them what it was they were using. But here it is here, guys. Pretty neat little blade, and I usually don't care. I traditionally don't care for more inexpensive knives. I give an example. My work EDC today is this guy right here. Okay, but my older years, I'm becoming less of a knife snob and kind of taking a partial liking to some of these more, I guess you could say higher value brands. And I'm really digging this knife so far. It feels great. and it has a kind of a shorter blade with a longer handle. As you can see when it folds up here, the handle is a little bit of a protrusion, and there's a piece of metal that protrudes out from the back of the pommel here. And there it is there. I'm trying to get into focus. It's awkward. I got my zoom on and it's tough to get into focus here. But so far so good. I mean, I'm going to carry this to work, I think. I'll carry it tomorrow, see how it does. It kind of lends itself to the chores that I do around the store. And I do like the shape of the blade. I do like the grind. And I really am digging this blade so far. Yeah, years ago, or just last year, a couple years ago, I was investigating the prospect of outsourcing, and I called a couple firms in Guangdong, China, I guess that's how you say it. And I talked to several firms, and they were telling me about how they're using a lot of G10 and D2 tool steel, and they use a lot of CNC manufacturing now. And it's interesting to see, that the regular inexpensive knife is actually something that I wouldn't mind carrying these days. And if I'd known that some of these blades were actually this neat, I probably would have got into pursuing that a lot early on. I mean, it's a matter of time before everybody starts having all their parts pre-cut overseas and then making them here stateside. That's going to be the next step for custom makers, I'm pretty sure. And then you got some guys that you think are custom makers that are, having their stuff made overseas. Well, anyway, guys, just wanted to show you the new blade that I bought, and had a good time in San Francisco. Next time I go, I'm going to make a point to get some footage. I need to start taking more footage when we go, because it was so. I wanted to get footage of the shop too, but it was just so busy. It was a really heavy foot traffic type of day, and I didn't want to break out the camera, and people don't like. Some people may not like it being on camera, so I just didn't do that portion of it. I just hung out, talked a little bit, see all the cool stuff they have packed into such a compact area. It's amazing to see all the blades that he had for sale over there. Good guy, very friendly people, and had a lot of fun, and got a really cool knife in the process. And I'm going to carry this thing probably tomorrow and see if it's I think it's probably going to do really well at work. So okay, guys, that's the new knife that I had bought, and that's the Bad Blood. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.